Lil Durk's legal team recently scored a big win by presenting evidence that forced the court to take another look at his bond hearing. A major highlight came from his producer, who revealed that Durk's feature on the song Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy was recorded a full 7 months before the alleged incident. To back it up, they included a project file showing the song's creation date was way before anything went down. The song itself has stirred controversy because of its lyrics, including the line, "Look on the news and see your son, you screaming no, no." Some believe this could be a reference to Quando Rondo's reaction after the death of Lil P. Things got even messier when Brick Baby, one of Durk's associates, admitted he would have shared Quando Rondo's location if Durk had asked. "That's my boy," he said. He lost someone close to him. What's wrong with giving him the address? Prosecutors are turning up the heat on Lil Durk, using every tool at their disposal to build a case against the rapper. One of their most controversial strategies involves using Durk's own lyrics as evidence, a move that has sparked heated debate in both legal and cultural circles. Critics argue it unfairly criminalizes artistic expression, while others see it as a legitimate means of establishing intent or motive. Regardless, this tactic has intensified the already mounting pressure on Durk, whose legal troubles seem to grow more complex by the day. Adding to the gravity of the situation, prosecutors have linked Durk to a newly unsealed case involving the murder of Stephen Mack. Mack's killing is alleged to have been an act of retaliation for the death of Durk's brother, D. Thang, in January 2022. Although Durk hasn't been officially charged in this case, court documents tie him to a series of alarming allegations, including claims of orchestrating murder-for-hire schemes. These allegations, if proven true, could spell serious consequences for the rapper's future. One particularly damning piece of evidence comes from Durk's own social media activity. Prosecutors pointed to an old Instagram post where he wrote for D. Thang, paired with a live stream in which he was seen laughing and making cryptic comments. The timing of the live stream shortly after the death of Lil Pab, a figure linked to the Quando Rondo camp, has raised suspicions. Prosecutors are now working to tie this incident to the broader narrative of retaliation and violence surrounding Durk and his crew. Complicating matters further, a video has surfaced showing Durk in the company of 3 individuals allegedly connected to the crime in question. This footage has added fuel to the prosecution's case, casting a shadow over Durk's claims of innocence. With these developments, Durk's time behind bars has grown increasingly fraught. Due to safety concerns stemming from his high-profile status, he has been moved to a different cell block. Reports suggest that being a well-known figure has made him a target for threats and extortion, adding to the challenges he faces while awaiting further legal proceedings. The public scrutiny surrounding Durk has been amplified by figures like Charleston White, who is known for his polarizing opinions. White weighed in on the situation with harsh criticism, saying, "If you take a life, you don't have the right to complain about being mistreated." His comments, while divisive, reflect the broader public debate over accountability and the complexities of celebrity culture in the justice system. Amid this storm, Quando Rondo and Lil Tim, both embroiled in their own controversies, have also spoken out. Lil Tim, whose actions during the fatal altercation with King Von set off a chain reaction of violence and retaliation, recently expressed regret during an interview. "If that dumb stuff hadn't happened that night, he'd still be alive," Tim said, referring to King Von. "I'm not here to disrespect anyone or chase clout, but things didn't have to go down like that." His words, though somber, shed light on the human cost of these ongoing feuds. The fallout from these incidents underscores the dangerous intersection of fame, violence, and loyalty in the rap world. What began as lyrical rivalries has spiraled into a cycle of real-world violence, leaving families grieving and careers hanging in the balance. Durk's case serves as a stark reminder of how quickly the lines between art and reality can blur, with devastating consequences. As the legal battles intensify, the stakes for Durk couldn't be higher. His career, reputation, and freedom are on the line, while prosecutors work relentlessly to tie together a web of incidents into a cohesive case against him. Meanwhile, the cultural conversation around the ethics of using lyrics as evidence and the systemic issues facing high-profile defendants rages on, with no clear resolution in sight. For Durk and those connected to him, the road ahead is fraught with uncertainty and peril, a sobering testament to the high cost of living life in the public eye while navigating the street's complex and dangerous codes. As the case unfolds, tensions remain high, with new revelations and twists keeping everyone on edge. It's a story filled with tragedy, controversy, and questions that still need answers. Quando Rondo recently broke his silence about the spiraling chaos and violence that has entangled him, Lil Durk, and others in the rap community. Speaking candidly, he expressed regret over how things have escalated. "At the end of the day, we've all got families and kids who love us," he admitted. "All this back and forth is just stupid. It could have been handled in a better way, like through music. We could have made a song or done a big collab instead of turning it into this mess." His words underscored the senselessness of the ongoing conflict, painting a poignant picture of opportunities lost to a cycle of retaliation and aggression. However, the drama surrounding Lil Durk and his OTF crew continues to take a darker and more convoluted turn. What began as musical rivalries has devolved into real-world violence, legal battles, and a web of allegations that grows increasingly intricate. Fresh reports now suggest that members of OTF were allegedly planning a targeted attack on Quando Rondo's team. Among the most explosive claims is the involvement of OTF Jam, who is said to have played a significant role in orchestrating these plans. Allegations of Jam's involvement are bolstered by reports of video evidence showing him actively setting up the attack. This footage has become a centerpiece of an ongoing court investigation, raising questions about the depth of his involvement and its implications for the rest of the crew. For Lil Durk, the situation is becoming even more perilous as authorities intensify their scrutiny. Investigators are now linking him to 2 additional serious incidents, each casting a shadow over his already embattled reputation. One case involves Stephen Mack, a man reportedly tied to the tragic death of Durk's brother, D. Thang. The allegations suggest that Mack's killing may have been an act of retaliation, further entangling Durk in a cycle of vengeance that seems to have no end. The second incident revolves around the mysterious death of OTF Jam's baby mama, which occurred shortly after Durk allegedly discovered that Jam was cooperating with law enforcement by wearing a wire. This revelation has added a new layer of complexity to the case, with investigators now focusing on Jam as a potential key to unraveling a series of allegations against Durk. Authorities believe Jam's cooperation could provide critical evidence linking Durk to multiple crimes, including the alleged murder of Stephen Mack and broader acts of conspiracy within the OTF circle. The tension within OTF itself has reached a boiling point, with rumors of betrayal and fear circulating among its members. Jam's alleged cooperation with law enforcement has made him a controversial and divisive figure within the crew. Speculation about his safety arose after rumors surfaced that OTF members had located him hiding in Atlanta. What happened to him after that remains a mystery, fueling further intrigue and suspicion. The weight of these allegations and internal strife has left Lil Durk in a precarious position. The mounting legal challenges, coupled with internal tensions and public scrutiny, have created an environment fraught with uncertainty. For Durk, the stakes are impossibly high, not only in terms of his freedom but also his legacy as an artist and leader. Meanwhile, Quando Rondo's reflections on the situation highlight a broader tragedy: the lost potential for unity and collaboration in a genre that has historically thrived on competition and creativity. His call for peace and a return to music as a means of expression stands in stark contrast to the violent reality that now dominates the narrative. "We're supposed to be inspiring the next generation," Rondo said. "But instead, we're giving them a front row seat to destruction." As investigations continue and court proceedings unfold, the future remains uncertain for all involved. The once promising careers of these artists are now overshadowed by legal troubles and the devastating consequences of actions taken in the heat of conflict. What could have been an era defined by groundbreaking collaborations and musical innovation has instead become a cautionary tale of how quickly success can be undone by violence, betrayal, and poor choices. For the rap community, it's a sobering reminder of the high stakes that come with fame and the dangers of letting personal grievances overshadow creative potential. One of the most controversial moments in this saga involves an old Instagram live video featuring OTF Jam. In the video, Jam is seen adjusting his jacket repeatedly, a behavior that fans and critics alike speculate could indicate he was wearing a wire. This suspicion, combined with allegations of his cooperation with authorities, has turned Jam into a divisive and, in some cases, despised figure within the OTF camp. Adding to the intrigue, rumors circulated that OTF members located Jam hiding out in Atlanta, but his whereabouts and fate remain shrouded in mystery. The situation gained further traction when fellow rapper Brick Baby added fuel to the fire by sharing a photo of the alleged location where Jam was staying. Meanwhile, Durk has remained vocal in the face of mounting accusations, refusing to back down. He recently fired back at his critics, saying, "You can't say I didn't ride for King Von," referencing the shooting of Lil Pab, a member of Quando Rondo's circle. Durk's defiance underscores his determination to clear his name even as the walls seemingly close in around him. Prosecutors, however, have presented damning allegations against the OTF crew. They claim that 5 Chicago gang members with ties to OTF were flown to Los Angeles with the express purpose of targeting Quando. This alleged operation culminated in the death of Lil Pab. Adding weight to these claims, court records suggest that flights and rental cars for the suspects were paid for using credit cards linked to OTF, a revelation that, if proven true, could severely damage Durk's defense. The legal and personal stakes only intensified when it emerged that Durk's co-defendant, OTF Vaughn, requested protective custody ahead of a court appearance. This move sparked outrage and disbelief among OTF affiliates, including Durk's close friend Bazo, who took to social media to vent his frustration. "Why all don't even know what's really happening in those courtrooms," Bazo declared. "People just make up rumors and act like they're detectives. It's crazy out here." His comments highlight the growing tensions and mistrust within the OTF camp and among their supporters. What began as a feud rooted in music has spiraled into a relentless chain of violence, betrayal, and legal entanglements. The lines between loyalty and self-preservation have become increasingly blurred, with accusations flying and alliances crumbling under the weight of mounting pressure. For Lil Durk and everyone involved, the stakes are higher than ever as they grapple with the consequences of their choices and the harsh realities of their environment. As this saga unfolds, it's a sobering reminder of how quickly conflicts can escalate beyond anyone's control. What started as a rivalry within the hip-hop world has devolved into a complex and dangerous web of violence, suspicion, and legal battles, leaving those at the center of it all to face an uncertain and precarious future. It's crazy how quick people are to jump to conclusions without knowing the full story. That's exactly why I avoid anything illegal, because folks out here are either snitching or setting themselves up to get locked away. People love to act like detectives, spreading rumors, but they don't have all the facts. Take the situation with OTF Vonnie, King Von's cousin. Some are claiming he's in protective custody during court, but that's not the real story. The headlines surrounding Lil Durk have been nothing short of sensational, with many reports amplifying the situation to alarming extremes. The media has a tendency to portray stories in the most dramatic light, often making situations sound far worse than they are. However, when you dig beneath the surface, the reality often paints a very different picture. Recently, Lil Durk took action to clear the air and set the record straight regarding the rumors circulating about him and his involvement in protective custody. According to a source close to the rapper, neither Lil Durk nor his associate Vonnie are in protective custody, despite the widespread rumors suggesting otherwise. Durk has remained resolute, staying focused on what truly matters to him, his family. With an unwavering commitment to his principles, he's been navigating the storm of public scrutiny with the mindset of a man dedicated to maintaining his honor. Durk's focus is simple: get home to his children and stay true to the code of conduct that has always guided his life. A trusted friend of Durk, who was in close contact with him, shared an uplifting message on social media to reassure fans and the public about Durk's mindset. "Just got off the phone with my brother Durk. He's staying positive, focused on his kids, and determined to get back to them," the post read. "We're not glorifying negativity out here. We're more than just street guys. We stand for respect and loyalty. And let me be clear, there's no protective custody going on." This message not only counters the rumors but also emphasizes Durk's personal values, showcasing his focus on family and the importance of respect and loyalty over everything else. Despite this clear message from those close to Durk, there are still critics who believe that Durk's public response may have been a misstep. DJ Academics, a well-known media personality and commentator, has voiced his concerns about Durk addressing the rumors publicly. Academics argues that Durk is currently embroiled in a legal battle and that every word he says is scrutinized by the public, often leading to unnecessary drama. "Sometimes less is more," Academics said in his commentary. "If you want to address something, say your piece and leave it there. No need for back and forth, it just adds fuel to the fire." Academics believes that the more Durk engages with these rumors and speaks on the matter, the more attention he brings to it, which could potentially work against him, especially in a time when he's fighting serious legal battles. The public nature of the rapper's response could further complicate his situation, as every statement is dissected and taken out of context in the ever-vigilant world of social media and public commentary. It's easy to see both sides of the argument. On one hand, Durk's commitment to addressing the rumors head-on shows his integrity and dedication to setting the record straight for his fans and family. He clearly doesn't want to let false narratives take hold, especially when it concerns something as serious as being placed in protective custody, a claim that could have serious implications for his reputation and public image. On the other hand, Academics' perspective highlights the danger of overexposure, particularly when it comes to legal matters. Durk is no stranger to controversy, and his ongoing legal case is high stakes. Every public word he speaks can be used against him, and the more he engages in public back and forths, the more ammunition he potentially hands to those who want to see him fall. Academics' advice to say your piece and move on may be rooted in the idea of reducing risk and limiting the amount of information that could be misinterpreted or manipulated. In the end, it seems that Durk is trying to stay true to his values, remaining loyal to his code, his family, and his fans, while also navigating the complex, sometimes dangerous waters of public perception. His focus is on staying positive and true to himself, no matter the obstacles. Whether or not he takes Academics' advice to limit his public commentary remains to be seen, but it's clear that Durk's handling of the situation reflects his desire to stay grounded and move forward with purpose. His unwavering commitment to family and honor may be his greatest strength in this challenging moment. At the end of the day, Lil Durk's every move is under a spotlight, and anything he does or says can go viral in seconds. Even when he means well, moments like this can easily get twisted. Maybe staying quiet and letting the truth come out naturally would have been the better option. But in a world where everyone's watching, keeping things simple isn't always easy.